What's up, everybody? It's Alex, Russia 411. Guys, thanks for coming back to the channel. It's Wednesday morning, guys, and hopefully everybody's out there picking up cherries and everybody's having a great day. Guys, remember, at the end of the day, you're supposed to have a full basket of cherries. So do not let those trips go, even they're $2 each, $2.62 each, because at the end of the day, everything counts, guys. And by the time you get home, you're supposed to have a full basket of cherries. Moving from that, guys, we want to talk about safety today, guys. As we drivers, we drive people around, guys. We also take Ubers and Lyfts when we move around, because driving is the last thing that we want to do in our days off, right? Or maybe our special ones. For example, your sister, your daughter, your son takes Lyfts and Ubers, right? To school or from school back home, or to do a small errands to the house, to the nail shop, or stuff like that, right? But how much safety are these two companies doing to prevent more and more and more accidents happen, guys? And the reason I want to talk to safety about today, which is Wednesday, guys, because I was just in the airport this morning, and I'm not lying to you guys. The car in front of me, actually the lady, almost jumped out of the window from my Uber car. So I can imagine what was going on in that car, guys. Okay, so the lady almost jumped out of the car. I thought she was, just having fun, putting her hands out the window or stuff like that. She was right in front of me. As soon as, we had a red light in front of us, she just jumped out of the car, started screaming for help and this and that. And I could see it's an Uber driver. Okay? And there's nobody else in the car, guys, because this car didn't have no tinted windows or nothing like that. So I can see exactly what's going on in there. It's just the driver, just trying to pull her back. And, hey, it's a big mess, right? So most likely we will hear about this story later on today, after she makes her reports and everything. But that's what I want to talk to you guys about. After this video, please stay tuned. I'm attaching another video that came out a day ago from KGB News. I want you to watch it, okay? It's like 5 minutes long, but it has a lot of info regarding what these companies are doing regarding safety and regarding background checks, okay? Supposedly what this video talks about, it says that Lyft uses 2 companies to do their background checks. Uber only does 1. Both company uses this company they're called Checkers, and Lyft uses another personal company besides that. But hey, are we 100% out there? We do our best. We follow everything as drivers. But like I was telling you about this little story this morning, who else is in front of us? Who else is next to us in a different car? Imagine what had happened to this lady if she wouldn't jump out almost out of the window. Maybe this driver was, drunk, high, trying to do something to this lady. I don't know what's going on. All I could do is just pull to the side. Are you okay? Yes, no? She says, okay, okay. I did my job and keep going. You know what I mean? If she says, no, I need help, I call 911, and then I would have done that. But my job is just to pull next to the side. Are you okay? Do you need anything? She says, no. Okay, bye-bye. That's as much as you could do as a fellow driver behind something else happening like that. I want you guys to leave your comments below. I want you guys to tell me what you guys think about safety. I want you guys to tell me where you guys from. I'll be getting a lot of comments. New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, please drop your comments. Tell me where you guys from. All right. Also, tell me what you guys think about the channel, guys. I'm trying to bring you guys good content out there. Please don't forget to thumbs up the video. It helps a lot for the channel. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, so please. And stay tuned for the next video. The next video is like 5 minutes, guys, but it has a lot of info for us, the drivers, and for passengers. Besides that, take care of yourselves, guys. I see you guys on the next video.
I use Uber and Lyft quite a bit, and I trust the person behind the wheel is safe and qualified to drive. But recently, there have been some pretty ugly stories involving Uber and Lyft drivers.
Tonight, San Antonio police have charged an Uber driver.
A Lyft driver accused of sexually assaulting a woman in Maricopa.
Some riders want the rideshare company to take more extensive security measures.
Which got me wondering, are Uber and Lyft doing enough to check the background of their drivers? Are these ride-sharing companies doing enough to keep riders safe?
Thanks.
We do not think they are doing enough. They've known about ongoing attacks by drivers for several years now, and it is happening in increasing numbers.
How often do you have people coming forward with stories similar to what we've heard elsewhere?
We get people contacting us almost every day. I would say we get about 5 to 10 cases per week involving both Uber and Lyft. Just about every one of our clients has said their biggest concern is making sure that this doesn't happen to someone else.
Thanks for your time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
According to their websites, both Uber and Lyft require would-be drivers go through background checks designed to weed out felons, along with people with lousy driving records. But their background screenings are not foolproof. After looking through 5 years of Portland Bureau of Transportation inspection records, I found in Portland, 78 Uber drivers and 90 Lyft drivers slipped through the cracks. They should have been disqualified because of criminal or driving history, but weren't. That included 2 Lyft drivers with felony records. One was convicted of sex abuse in the 2nd degree, and the other served prison time for assault with intent to murder. Lyft admits both of these convicted felons were able to drive passengers for months until the city of Portland did its own background check and revoked their rideshare driver's permit.
We are catching those people who shouldn't be driving.
So why do you think you're able to catch them, but Uber and Lyft aren't?
I think there are a couple of reasons, human error, potentially the process.
In addition to rigorous background screening, the city of Portland does thousands of random spot checks of Uber and Lyft drivers to make sure nothing was missed. So what are the companies doing to make sure their drivers are in compliance?
How do you screen the drivers?
With 2 different background checks.
In 2018, both Lyft and Uber announced expansion of their criminal background screening process. Both companies now do continuous criminal monitoring.
Or making sure all drivers are checked.
Hey, Carl.
Mila, how's it going?
Good, how are you? How's your story?
Good. I wanted to give you an update. So we reached out to both Uber and Lyft, and neither one wanted to do an on-camera interview, but they did provide some background information.
Sure, what'd they say?
So Lyft says that it actually does 2 background checks. They use third parties. One's called Checker that does a nationwide search using like state and local court records. And then the other one is called First Advantage, and they actually do continuous checks. So if something pops up, they're flagged right away.
Gotcha, and what did Uber say?
So Uber also uses Checker for a nationwide search as well. I guess the question is, could they be doing better? Hey, thanks a lot.
All right, thanks, Cal.
Thanks, bye-bye.
Keep in mind, background screenings are not perfect. A basic search may fail to pick up someone's criminal activity or driving history because names get misspelled or local court records don't show up in an online database.
A lot of people think, they watch CSI or watch those types of shows, and they, just kind of have one database and they put in somebody's name or social security number and it tells you everything about them. Unfortunately, it doesn't really work that way.
Would you rely on just one search, or would you go to multiple databases?
Any good background check is, we call it a belt and suspenders approach, where you have multiple searches that back up the last search.
Background check experts say you've got to examine every place a person has lived, where they've worked and studied. It's an investment.
If you're not willing to put in the time, the effort, and probably in Uber and Lyft's case, the money, you're not going to be able to find all of the records that may exist for somebody.
Sounds like you kind of get what you pay for.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
As Uber and Lyft continue to grow, there becomes greater pressure to find drivers and get them on the road. But at the end of the day, there's only going to be demand if the service is safe.